Thank you, Mallory, Mr. President. It's certainly my pleasure to be here today. I don't know how many of you were born in 1964, but that's when I joined Rotary. And President 1974, so it's been a nice ride, and it's so good to see so many familiar faces here today. I've heard that Coach O, sometimes people have a little hard time understanding you, Coach. But I can tell you what, nobody questions the coaching of Coach O. Without a doubt, the 2019 season was the greatest football season in football history. Probably a season that will go down in the annals of LSU, 15-0, a Heisman Trophy winner that was recruited by none other than Coach O, and a national championship team and a national championship coach. Just imagine what would have happened if we'd have had the COVID season in that year. We went 8-0 and then have to cancel the season and not have all the glory that went along with it. Well, thank God it didn't happen in 2019, and we had a great season. Coach O, we're so excited about the upcoming season. Like 2019, I know that you've lined up a bunch of great new coaches. You've got a fabulous recruiting class and outstanding players returning. So we're expecting a lot, and hopefully we'll have another championship season. Finally, I would just like to wish Coach O a happy 60th birthday yesterday. Happy birthday, Coach. So what else can I say except go Tigers and go Coach O.
Thank you, Richard. I appreciate you. For you guys that can't understand how I talk, the alligator guy speaking next week's my cousin, so come listen to him. Coach Stovall, it's always great to see you. Always great for your support, and I appreciate you always coming down and talk to our team. I look forward to you speaking to our team again this August. Obviously, we're excited about this coming season, but I want to thank you guys ahead of time at the Baton Rouge Rotary Club. All you do for us. And especially in this time, you know, football's changing. And we're paying players now, name, image, and likeness. So you guys want to start paying our players, you finally can. Go ahead. But we always brag about how much support we have here in Baton Rouge. I want to thank you guys for that. I want to talk about our football team because that's why you came here to listen to me speak. We're excited about our team. 18 or 22 starters coming back. Yes. And, you know, man, we went down to Florida, and you may have heard me say this. There was 53 people on that team and a coaching staff. Besides us and a couple of people outside that room, that not many people thought we were going to win that game. But, you know, just like years before, after we lost to Troy, we went down to Florida. And I told the team, I said, you know what, we're going to beat this crew tomorrow night. And it may come down to a missed field goal, may come to a winning field goal. Now, I missed it by a little bit because I didn't say in the fog. I just missed the fog by that much. Or a shoe, right? But, you know, to go down to the swamp and to have a freshman quarterback and 53 players and to beat Florida by 27-point underdog, I thought that started a climb back for our football team. And we beat a good Ole Miss football team. Yep. And beat a good Ole Miss football team and then had the number 3 recruiting class in the country with a 5-5 team and all through Zoom. Not one home visit, not one bowl of gumbo. How about that? what, we brought in a fine recruiting class, and I can't wait for all these guys to come together and all of them to fit together with our football team with 18 to 22 returning starters and with 6 out of 10 new assistants. Think about that, 6 out of 10 brand new assistants. I'm so excited. I want to talk about a couple of them. First of all, you may have heard me say this, that I wanted coaches that can communicate with our players. So I interviewed every one of them personally. And I just said, hey, I'm a football player. I'm an LSU football player. I didn't tell them that. And I'm going to ask them questions. And I want to see how they relate to me. And all 6 of these guys graded A+ on offense. And obviously, I wanted to go back. Steve Ensminger did a tremendous job for us. I give him a hand. Great guy. Great guy. I knew he was going to retire. I wanted the 2019 offense back. What do you guys think? Yeah? Yeah, no question. I don't think I can bring Joe back, but I can bring the offense back. So I called Joe. Derek Panansky called Joe. And I said, who can run your offense? He said, Coach, 2 guys, Jake Peets and DJ Mangus. I said, bring them over. I interviewed both of them. I told them exactly what we wanted, exactly how I expected to be run, and they agreed totally on it, and those guys have been phenomenal. And then in the summer, we had to find a brand new offensive line coach. Well, this guy from Baton Rouge that kept on popping up. In fact, he was a pain in the behind in recruiting. He was at other schools. He was always trying to take guys from Baton Rouge. I said, you know what? If he's trying to take my guys, I'm going to go back and get him. And we had a chance. He was at Arkansas, one of the top offensive line coaches in the country, Brad Davis. So 3 outstanding offensive coaches, and then 3 outstanding defensive coaches. Durante Jones, Andre Carter, and Blake Baker. All 3 of those guys are phenomenal coaches. The reason I hired Durante Jones is his expertise is on the back end. He's from the Miami Vikings, from Mike Zimmer's school, and my expertise is in the front end. So I thought he and I made a great match. I told him what we wanted to run on defense. We wanted to run a 4-3 defense. He knew exactly what I wanted to run. So those guys, I think, are going to be a tremendous fit. Throughout the spring, throughout the summer, those guys have created a great relationship with our football players. That was the #1 factor in hiring all these guys, is how they can communicate with our players and how well our players can run their offense and defense. So now, I want to talk about our offense a little bit. I know the first question you're going to ask is who's going to be a starting left tackle, right? No. All right. So excited to have our offensive line coming back, led by Austin Deckles, who helped me recruit these guys during the season. During the season, every Thursday, I'd feed the offensive line lunch. Give them a po' boy with double meat, double stuffed shrimp, po' boy, whatever it took. But I was recruiting those guys to come back, and all 5 of them came back. I'm sorry that we lost there. There's a decision that had to be made. He's going to Kentucky. We wish him the best. But you know what? Cam Wire's going to do a great job stepping in at left tackle. We have him at left tackle. Ed Ingram has been starting since a freshman at left guard. Liam Shanahan, a graduate transfer from the University of Harvard. How about that? University of Harvard. He comes to LSU, starts in the SEC, and comes back for another year. A great player, a great leader for us. Chason Hines at right guard, and Austin Deckles, who I took to SEC Media Days, at right tackle. I got to tell you, I like telling them recruiting stories. So this was out when we could go out and recruit and go out and eat with the parents and stuff. And everybody wants to cook me gumbo. So I had about 5 or 6 home visits that day. So his home visit was 9 o'clock that night. Well, by that time, I had eaten about 14 bowls of gumbo. I was, I say like my Uncle Pish. My Uncle Pish said, I wear a size 40 pants, but a 42 feels so good, I buy me a 44. So we get to Austin's home at night. It's about 9 o'clock, and I can't eat no more, right? And so we're there, and his mom goes, she was all excited. She cooked some chili. And she goes, Coach, you ready to eat them? And she goes, I said, yes, ma'am, yes, ma'am. So we're eating the chili, and I said, oh, what kind of chili is this? He goes, oh, Coach, we got a surprise for you. Says, I said, what is it? He goes, it's buffalo meat. I said, oh, thank you. Have you ever eaten buffalo meat? No, no, thank you. I guess the first time for everything, but it was wonderful. I ate the bowl of chili. I survived, and we got awesome. But I do believe that the offensive line is going to be our strength. Now, we have to develop some depth. We got some young guys. Watch out for Garrett Dellinger, a young mid-year transfer from Michigan. Came with us in the spring. I think he can play guard or tackle. Time for Anthony Bradford, who's probably one of the most talented offensive linemen that we have. He's got to lose a little weight. He's in the best shape he's been in. He can play guard or tackle. Those two guys are the two guys that I'm expecting to get some playing time behind our experienced starting offensive line. At tight end, Steve Esminger did a great job of recruiting Cole Taylor. Cole's about 6'6", about 250 pounds. I do believe that I know he's a tight end that can stretch the field, but he's big enough to block now. Before I got here, a tight end was considered an offensive tackle. Now that was a joke. Now they actually catch the ball. Okay, so we have been recruiting some great tight ends from Lafayette. We've done a great job. Kevin Falk has done a great job of recruiting Lafayette area. Him and Corey Raymond, Jack Betts, a great receiver right there out of St. Thomas More, has gained some weight. We're going to play him at tight end. And watch out for a young man named Jack Mashburn. He's a walk-on from St. Paul's in Covington. I think this guy's going to have a great career for us. At running back, this is time for these guys to shine. Ty Davis is in his best shape. He just texted me this morning. I wanted to tell you all the exact weight. I said, Ty, how much you weigh, man? He said, Coach, I'm at 225. He had 225 pounds. Him and John Emery, 2 5-star running backs out of high school. It's time for them to shine. I think they're in the best condition they've ever been. John Emery is doing some great work in academics. And by the way, we had our highest grade point average that we've had since I've been the coach at LSU in the spring. Give us guys a hand. Yep. A hand. Yes, sir. And then we recruited two great. Kevin Falk has done a tremendous job, not only coaching on the field, but recruiting. We went into Alabama and got one of the top running backs, Ramani Goodwin, and we went to Ohio. Ohio's been a good state for us, right, guys? And we got Corey Connor out there. So we're expecting those two freshman running backs to play for us and to help us with some depth there. Wide receiver, we loaded again. I really believe that wide receiver core, especially our freshmen, is going to be one of our strongest groups on our team. But obviously last year, after Jamar left, we put number 1 with Keyshawn Butte. It took a little while for him to come, but you saw his last game, broke all kind of records. I think he's going to have a tremendous year for us. Trey Palmer, who won the state 100 meter right there out of Kentwood. Jeray Jenkins, Coy Moore, all those guys are set to have a breakout year. But the guys I'm excited about are our freshmen. Deion Smith, the number 1 player out of Mississippi. Brian Thomas, who we fought like heck to get right there out of Louisiana. Malik Neighbors, who was committed to another school. I woke up on Wednesday morning. I said, you know what? We have another scholarship. Let's go get that boy from Combo, Malik Neighbors. And he's ended up being one of our best players, a great player. Chris Hilton right there from Zachary. I believe those guys are one of the best freshman wide receiver recruiting classes that we've had. Okay, so now on to defense. Oh, wait, I forgot one position. All right. I really believe, yeah, she's on me right here. She wants to know. I really believe we have 2 championship quarterbacks, 3 possibly, when Garrett gets a little older. Obviously, he's a mid-year. He's a freshman. It's going to take him a little while to learn the offense, as you saw in the spring game. He's a great athlete, comes from a great family, has great athletic ability. Max Johnson and Miles Brennan, it's a toss-up. It's going to go all the way down to the wire, probably 1 week before we play UCLA. We're going to decide who is the starting quarterback. I told him it's competition in everything we do. The one thing I do like about Miles is when he came in last year, there was a lot of question marks about Miles. I thought he played great. I thought he did fantastic. He played good enough for us to win every one of those games. It wasn't his fault, okay? And then Max Johnson, as a freshman, Max waits his turn. TJ goes in. Max gets his turn, and as a freshman, goes in the swamp and goes beat Ole Miss, and there's only one quarterback, and I told them guys, there's only one quarterback right now at LSU that's 2-0. His name is Mac Johnson. So let's see who's the best man. Whoever wins, we're going to be in great shape. But the offense is going to be geared to what you saw in 2019, spread offense, throw the ball 50-50, get the ball to our playmakers, get them in space, and let them make a lot of plays. On defense, we're excited to have our whole defensive line coming back. We got some guys, Andre Anthony, Ali Gay at defensive end, B.J. Ujulari, guys that can rush the passer, Neil Farrell, Glenn Logan coming back, and Joe Evans had one of the best springs of all the defensive tackles. But I want to tell you guys, watch out for these two names, Mason Smith and Bryce Langston. Mason is from Terrebonne. He's 6'6", about 315, can move, very good student, very good athlete. Bryce Langston is from Florida, very quick. I think those two guys are going to play a lot this year. We have a rotating defensive line. We have two of the best corners, if not two of the best corners in America, and Derek Stingley and Eli Ricks. Backing them up, Dwight McGothern and Ray Jones. So Corey Raymond, as you guys know, Corey's a great Tiger, a great recruiter, has done a tremendous job with those guys. We got a nickel starting position for us now. We don't have a Sam linebacker, a strong linebacker, because all the offenses are spread now. And we feel like we have an outstanding nickel in Cordell Flott, backed up by Cam Lewis. At safety, it was a question mark, okay? But then we went out and get Sage Ryan, all right? We get out Derek Davis from Pennsylvania. We had the number 1 safety, the number 3 safety. And then we went get Major. Major came back. He was at Georgia. He's from Baton Rouge. Major Wright came back, transferred, has done a tremendous job, and probably has the best chance to start for us. So we have changed a weakness into a strong position. And also we moved Jay Ward. Jay Ward had an outstanding year for us last year, blocked the field goal against Arkansas, had the tremendous interception against Florida. We moved him to free safety, so I think we're going to be very strong in that area back there in our back four. At linebacker, we think DeMone Clark is going to have a tremendous year. Michael Baskerville is eligible. He's back. Jared Small from right here from Baton Rouge. Jared's about 5'9", but he plays like he's about 6'3". Mike Jones, who transferred from Clemson. And then Bugs Strong, who's one of the top JC linebackers in the country. We have turned that into a possible strength for our defense. Excited about our defense. It's going to be a 4-3 defense, zone coverage, eliminate the big plays. We gave up too many big plays last year, too many miscommunications, too many missed assignments. I told Durante I want that going. He said, yes, sir. So let's see if he's going to do it. On special teams, I'm glad to have Coach Mack back. Coach Mack is a tremendous coach, has done a tremendous job for us, recruits most of our special teams players, and has done a great job. Obviously, Cade York, All-American field goal kicker, Avery Atkins, those guys have done a great job. And then we have some outstanding young punters that are going to compete for the starting position. Now, we're excited about our football team. I'm excited about the band. How about the band from Tigerland? Yeah. How about those guys, man? I'm excited about coming down the Tiger Walk and seeing 30,000 people, and it'd be electric. I'm excited about running through those goalposts and seeing all of y'all in there. 102,500 intimidating fans for our opponents, and I'm excited about this upcoming season. You know what? We open up against UCLA on the road, right? It's going to be a tremendous challenge for us, but that is not our concern right now. Our concern is camp. I got to thank Tommy Moffitt and his strength staff for doing a tremendous job of getting our guys ready. I wanted to do something different this summer. I said, Tommy, let's go back and run the stadium. So what we did is we opened up the stadium at 5 o'clock in the morning every Friday in June. Our guys are really excited about that. Yeah, right. I told them, you be ready to go at 5:50. We had 100% attendance. Everybody was early. We had 4 different times. We used 4 quarters. We're at 10 stadiums, 12 stadiums, 14 stadiums, and 16 stadiums. And our guys did a tremendous job. And I'll tell you what, it was a great time just for us to be in Tiger Stadium by ourselves. And Tommy Moffitt, he's a motivator. And every time we come to run them last stadiums, he put the fight song on and put the 4 quarters up. And our guys were fired up, ready to go. And every time we gave them a speech about, hey, we own the stadium. They come to this house, we lock the keys, we own it. Here we go. I won't say anything else. Okay, here is my favorite part. I promise I'll let you go at 1 o'clock. I know everybody's excited to go back to work, right? Here's my favorite part, okay? Question and answers, all right? Couple of rules, all right? First of all, it's about recruiting somebody that I didn't sign. I can't talk about them, okay? I might be able to wink, but I can't talk about them, all right? Next of all, you can ask me any question you like, but if I don't like it, I don't have to answer. You pass me that water right there. All right, first one. Where's that lady been screaming about the quarterback? Huh? What you got? What you got? Me? None? I'm playing. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, ma'am.
What effect is Oklahoma and Texas going to have on the LSU schedule, on LSU generally?
Well, that's not my wheelhouse, for sure. If I ask about that, they say, Orgeron, you played the coach. But I do believe it's good. Okay, this is becoming a super conference. I think it's going to help us in recruiting. It's going to open up some areas in recruiting that maybe we didn't recruit before. I think that it's going to open up their eyes a little bit. But I think it's good for us. I don't know how it's going to affect us. I haven't heard anything yet. But as far as if they ask me, I'd say, hey, whatever. But football's changing. Name, image, and likeness, superpowers, whatever it is, you got to want to change with the times as a coach. So I'll welcome them in. We played both of them before. Yes.
Can you do anything to mandate that Mike the Tiger be put in his cage, parked in front of the visiting team's locker room when they come out?
Man, I love that. And have I ain't say it. Yeah. I remember the University of Miami, we came here. Now we played good. But I remember us trying to get our players out the dressing room. They didn't want to come because Mike was waiting for them out there. I would love that, but that's another subject. Yes, sir.
Which player do you think is going to make the most money?
You know what? I want to address that. I think it's time to address that. I think it's good. I think it's good for our players, okay? And I think that as long as it's handled in the right way, I do believe there's going to be some disappointment. I think that they can realize what taxes are. Right? They'll realize that they're not going to get paid as much as they think they ought to get paid. Right? I just don't want it to affect the locker room. And here's what I talked to our team about. I'm for it. But you know what? You came here to go to school, get an education, and you came here to win football games. And the most important thing that you can do is focus on school and football. And if that can supplement you, fine. But if that becomes your sole purpose, you're heading in the wrong direction. Yep. And take, for example, Joe Burrow. Right? Joe Burrow, at the beginning of his senior year, was projected a 6th-round pick. So much for preseason projections, right? That's the trouble, man. So, Joe concentrates on football. The rest is history, right? Wins the championship, 1st-round pick, signs for $40 million, gets all kind of endorsements. And as long as a player can focus on what he has to focus on, and that supplement him, I'm fine with it. You're welcome. But if y'all want to pay our players, I ain't got nothing against it. Legally. Next up. Raise your hand high so I can see you up.
The name is image and likeness thing, and you keep making the joke about paying your players or whatever. If we wanted to start an internship, if we had a company, we wanted to start an internship.
Yes.
Through the football program, how would we go about doing that?
Yes. Hey, call Derek Panevsky. All right, Derek's here. Call him, and we want to do it. I'm not joking about it. I'm serious. And if many of you want to give our players money legally, do it. And we would like that done. Yes, sir. Other schools are doing it and bragging about it. Next up. Is that it?
Coach,
Yeah.
2 years ago,
Yes.
I asked you about the hockey dance.
Yeah.
Supposedly, you did that in the locker room.
Yeah.
Can you show us a little bit?
Yeah. My man. Next up. Is that it? Anybody? Oh, yes, sir.
I'll do two, if you don't mind. Tell us what you like about the 4-3 defense over the 3-4.
Yeah.
What it makes you dictate the offenses. What is
Yeah.
2 or 3 things
Yeah.
that you like?
First thing, the 4-3 defense to me adjusts better against the spread. All right, it's really a 4-2-5. You have a nickel in there, but it allows you 4 great rushers. As in the 3-4, you have 3 big guys, 2 outside linebackers. Okay, in the 4-3, you have 4 great pass rushers that are getting up the field. And plus, I've been a part of 5 national championship teams, and 4 of them are 4-3. So, next, is that it? Okay, hey guys, I want to thank y'all very much. I hope y'all have a great day. I hope that that we're able to see all 102,500 in the stadium, and I hope that most of you guys can go to Los Angeles for a great weekend. And I hope that when we run out on the field, I see more purple and gold than that light blue, which I don't like. I've played for 11 years, and we cheer loud for the LSU Tigers. Thank you so much. Appreciate you.